When midnight falls and shadows swallow the world, a suffocating silence creeps in, broken only by whispers you cannot explain. Some stories claw their way out of the darkness, refusing to be forgotten. 10 mysteries, each more disturbing than the last, are waiting to invade your thoughts. Picture fog twisting through haunted woods, hiding secrets that watch you from the gloom, shadows shifting at the edge of your vision, where no living soul should stand, and faces that flicker in and out of existence, gone before you can scream. These are not bedtime tales, they are nightmares that slip beneath your skin. Riddles that will echo in your mind, gnawing at your sense of safety, long after the lights go out and the screen fades to black. By the end, you'll question what's real and what's lurking just beyond your reach. Some truths are too strange to believe, yet too chilling to ignore. Some answers will never come, no matter how desperately you search. But you won't be able to look away, even when you want to. Keep watching if you dare, because once you know these mysteries, they will haunt you too. There are moments in time that defy explanation, stories that linger in the shadows, whispering of disappearances and phenomena that challenge our understanding. Tonight we journey into that darkness, exploring 10 mysteries so profound they may never be fully understood. From the Ural Mountains to a quiet Ohio town, we confront cases that have become modern legends. These are not just stories, they are questions etched into history, challenging our perception of reality. Prepare yourself. The accounts you are about to hear are true, documented, and unsolved. Perhaps you can help solve a mystery. It was Christmas Eve, 1945, a time for joy, for families to gather, and for children to dream of Santa Claus. But for one family in West Virginia, this Christmas would become a nightmare, a chilling enigma that would endure for decades. In the dead of night, the Sauter family home was suddenly and violently consumed by fire. Flames erupted, devouring the wooden structure with terrifying speed. The warmth and security of the family's haven turned into a raging inferno in a matter of minutes. George and Jenny Sauter, along with 4 of their children, managed to escape the blaze, their hearts pounding with fear and desperation. They watched in horror as their home became an inferno, praying that the rest of their family would make it out alive. But 5 of their children vanished into the smoke and chaos, never to be seen again. Despite the intensity of the fire, no remains were ever found, leaving the family and investigators baffled and tormented. The absence of any trace of the children only deepened the mystery and fueled the family's relentless search for answers. Initial investigations led authorities to blame faulty wiring as the cause of the fire. They believed a short circuit had ignited the blaze, quickly engulfing the house. But the Sauters couldn't accept this explanation. As they sifted through the ashes and wreckage, the Sauters began to uncover too many oddities and inconsistencies that didn't align with the official narrative. These strange details cast doubt on the accidental fire theory and suggested something far more sinister. Among the first unsettling discoveries was a cut phone line, severed before the fire even started, preventing the children from calling for help. Adding to the mystery, the ladder that was usually kept at the side of the house was missing, making it impossible for anyone to reach the upper floors where the children were sleeping. Even more disturbing, a stranger had been seen watching the children in the days leading up to the fire, a shadowy figure lurking in the periphery, raising suspicions of foul play. Driven by a desperate hope and fueled by unanswered questions, the Sauters decided to hire private investigators to uncover the truth behind the tragedy. As the investigation unfolded, a bus driver came forward, claiming to have seen the missing children in a passing car the morning after the fire, seemingly alive and well. Further adding to the mystery, a hotel worker reported spotting the children in the company of unknown adults, hundreds of miles away from their home. As the years passed, theories began to swirl, each more unsettling than the last. Some believed the children were victims of a carefully orchestrated kidnapping. Others speculated that the fire was an act of retaliation against George Sodder for his outspoken anti-Mussolini views during World War II, a dangerous stance in a community with strong Italian-American ties. Desperate to find their missing children, the Sodders erected billboards along the highways, displaying their children's faces and offering a reward for any information. They relentlessly pursued every lead, no matter how improbable, clinging to the hope that their children were still alive. In a desperate attempt to find closure, the Sodders even went as far as to excavate the site of their former home, hoping to uncover some trace of their missing children. But the excavation yielded nothing. No bones, no ashes, no physical evidence to explain the children's disappearance. Then, in 1967, more than 2 decades after the fire, a mysterious photograph arrived in the mail, reigniting the family's hope. The photo was of a young man bearing a striking resemblance to their son Louis, who would have been in his 20s at the time. Scrawled on the back was a cryptic message, adding another layer of intrigue to the already perplexing case. Adding to the strangeness, the investigator the Sodders sent to Kentucky to follow up on the photograph mysteriously vanished, leaving no trace behind. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, George and Jenny Sodder never gave up hope, clinging to the belief that their children were still alive somewhere, waiting to be found. They carried this hope with them until their dying days. To this day, the fate of the Sodder children remains one of America's most haunting and enduring mysteries, a chilling reminder of the unknown and the enduring power of a parent's love. Winter 1959, a time of Cold War anxieties and a burgeoning sense of exploration. The Soviet Union, a land of vast, untamed wilderness, held secrets both natural and man-made. In this harsh landscape, a group of young, ambitious hikers embarked on a journey that would forever be shrouded in mystery. 9 experienced hikers, mostly students from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, set out to conquer the slopes of the Otorten Mountain, a peak whose name translates ominously as "Don't Go There" in the local Mansi language. Their leader, Igor Dyatlov, was a seasoned outdoorsman, confident in his team's abilities to navigate the challenging terrain. But something went terribly wrong. Weeks later, a search party stumbled upon their abandoned campsite. Their tent was found strangely slashed open from the inside, a desperate act suggesting a sudden, unforeseen threat. The scene painted a picture of panic. The hikers had fled into the brutal, sub-zero wilderness, many of them barefoot into the snow. Why would experienced mountaineers abandon their shelter in such a reckless manner? The search continued, revealing a grim tableau. Some of the hikers were discovered succumbed to the elements, their bodies bearing the telltale signs of hypothermia. But the mystery deepened with each new discovery. The initial assumption of a tragic accident quickly dissolved as the investigators uncovered disturbing anomalies. While some perished from the cold, others suffered massive internal injuries, crushed skulls, broken ribs, injuries far beyond what a simple fall or avalanche could inflict, and all without corresponding external wounds. It was as if an immense force had crushed them from the inside. The horror escalated further. One woman was found to be missing her tongue and eyes, a gruesome detail that fueled speculation and nightmares. In the absence of clear answers, theories abound. Avalanche, a natural disaster, a sudden and overwhelming force of nature. Secret weapons, a clandestine military experiment gone awry, leaving innocent victims in its wake. Infrasound, a low-frequency sound wave capable of inducing panic and disorientation, a hidden force driving them mad. Even the Yeti, a mythical creature of the mountains, a primal fear made flesh. The files are classified, shrouded in secrecy, hinting at a cover-up, a truth too dangerous to reveal. The area closed for years, access restricted, the mountain itself becoming a silent witness to a forgotten tragedy. The last photo on their camera is a blurry, chaotic image, a fleeting glimpse into their final moments, a puzzle piece that only deepens the enigma. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains a chilling testament, a haunting reminder of our vulnerability in the face of the unknown. To the unknown terrors lurking in the world's remote corners, a mystery that continues to captivate and terrify, a story etched in the snow and whispered by the wind. The Voinich Manuscript, 240 pages of indecipherable script and bizarre illustrations, has baffled scholars for centuries. Carbon dated to the early 1400s, it's passed through emperors, alchemists, and code breakers, none able to unlock its secrets. The text follows linguistic rules, but matches no known language. Theories range from lost language to elaborate hoax, but the manuscript's consistency defies randomness. Today, it sits at Yale, digitized and unsolved, a perfect cipher from a forgotten world. The Cecil Hotel's dark history deepened in 2013 with the disappearance of Elisa Lam. Security footage shows her acting erratically in an elevator, pressing buttons, hiding, gesturing to someone unseen. Days later, her body is found in a sealed rooftop water tank. Theories range from mental illness to foul play to the paranormal. The official cause, accidental drowning, but questions remain. How did she access the roof? How did she get into the tank? The case of Elisa Lam endures as a haunting digital ghost story. In Taos, New Mexico, a persistent, low-frequency hum torments a small percentage of residents. Scientific investigations detect nothing unusual, yet sufferers report headaches, nausea, and insomnia. Theories range from tinnitus to secret government projects to geological phenomena. The Taos hum remains unexplained, a sound that exists for some but not for science. In 1994, Gloria Ramirez is rushed to a California ER. As staff treat her, they collapse. Over 20 people fall ill. Her blood smells of ammonia with strange particles floating in it. Despite hazmat investigations, no cause is found. One theory, a chemical reaction from a pain remedy she used, created a toxic gas. But this remains unproven. Gloria Ramirez's case is a chilling medical anomaly. Science still has no answers. In 1976, Circleville, Ohio is terrorized by anonymous letters exposing secrets and threatening violence. The main target, Mary Gillespie, is accused of an affair. Her husband dies under mysterious circumstances. A booby-trapped sign nearly kills Mary. Her brother-in-law, Paul Freshour, is convicted, but the letters continue while he's in prison. Was he innocent? Was there an accomplice? The Circleville writer's identity remains unknown, leaving a legacy of fear and unanswered questions. Thanksgiving Eve, 1971. A man calling himself Dan Cooper hijacks a plane, demands $200,000 in parachutes, then leaps into the night over Washington state. Despite a massive manhunt, Cooper vanishes. No body, no parachute, only a bundle of decaying ransom money found years later. Did he survive? Was he a master criminal or a victim of the wilderness? The true identity and fate of D.B. Cooper remain one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries. Urban legend or something more? Reports of black-eyed children, kids with solid black eyes, surface worldwide. They knock on doors at night, asking to be let in, inspiring overwhelming dread in witnesses. The stories are eerily consistent, but skeptics call them modern folklore. Are they demons, aliens, or just imagination? The only advice: never invite them in. In 1587, over 100 English settlers vanished from Roanoke Island, leaving only the word Croatoan carved into a post. No bodies, no graves, no sign of struggle, just a deserted settlement. Did they assimilate with local tribes, die at sea, or fall to disease? Archaeological finds hint at relocation, but no definitive proof. The fate of the lost colony remains America's oldest unsolved mystery. Fires that ignite without explanation, leaving behind no trace of their origin. Hikers lost to the night, vanishing into the wilderness, their fates unknown, swallowed by the darkness. What secrets do those trails hold? Books that cannot be read, their pages filled with symbols and languages lost to time, whispering forgotten knowledge. What stories are locked within their cryptic script? These stories linger, haunting our collective imagination, sparking endless speculation and debate. They are the unsolved puzzles that keep us awake at night. For all our science, for all the advancements we've made in understanding the universe, the world remains full of profound mysteries, shrouded in enigma and wonder. Unexplained phenomena continue to challenge our understanding of reality. They challenge us to look deeper, to question everything we think we know, to accept that some truths may forever elude us, slipping through our fingers like mist, leaving us with only fragments and unanswered questions. As we leave you tonight, the questions remain, hanging in the air like a persistent echo, refusing to fade away. What force drove the hikers from their tent on that fateful night in the Dyatlov Pass? What unseen terror compelled them to flee into the freezing wilderness? Who was the Circleville writer? And what was the motive behind their campaign of anonymous letters that terrorized a small town? Where did the Sodder children go after the mysterious fire that engulfed their home? Did they escape? Or were they victims of something far more sinister? The answers may be lost to time, buried beneath layers of speculation and forgotten memories, waiting in the darkness, lurking just beyond our grasp, forever out of reach. Thanks for watching another Mystery with Sarah. I hope these unsolved cases have sparked your curiosity and left you pondering the unknown. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more chilling tales and unsolved mysteries.